Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are doing fine and I hope your day has been good. How are you doing? Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I received a good reason, not just one reason, multiple reasons why I should sleep with him. And then he told me that of course he was happily married. He showed me his ring. He showed very proud. I can say he's proud of his marriage. He's not spiritual, but he goes to church and all of that. He talks about God. He preached to me. He literally preached to me, gave me biblical reasons why I should go to bed with him. I think one of my girlfriends, I saw on her status, my namesake, I saw on her status, and she talked about how that some married men also approached her, or they have been approaching her. And then there's one last statement that captured my mind. She said, how did we get here? How did we get here in this world right now? So, number one thing he told me was that good girls don't get good men. And if you think about it, right, I actually told somebody a story, not really a story, actually in real life. I told somebody about how when I was in my first year in school, I used to see one girl in a hostel. She has tattoos all over her body, at the back and then I think on her leg. Very attractive young lady. I mean, she's fair in complexion, she's so beautiful, right? And if you think about her, she's not a church person. And she talks anyhow, like her language are not like seasoned or no scriptural and all of that. I'm not sure I've seen her wearing skirts during the time in that hostel. She's just everywhere, lousy, everything. And you think that after school or after all of that, when she wants to get married, she will not get a good man to marry. What? This lady, she got a good man to marry. And the man was rich, the man was everything, loving, caring. Of course, you don't know what's happening in the marriage, but I bet you that man is very good to her. And then you will see a very church girl who keeps herself, does not do anything, does not wear makeup, does not wear earrings, nothing. And after school, she's struggling to get married. Like, nobody is looking at her. No man, potential man, even the men in the church are not even looking at her to get married. So what is happening? So if you think about what that married man told me, it's actually kind of true. So, but he told me that good girls do not get good men. But I want to tell you that it's a lie. Good girls get good men. Oh yes, they do. And you just know how. You just have to know what to do. You just have to know how to navigate your way. You're going to get a good man. So that's what he told me. And during that period, I was looking at him, and there's a way he says it with conviction. And the second reason he gave me was, I did not have everything that I want, and he can give it to me. I mean, that period, of course, I did not have everything I wanted, money wise, the things I needed, the little change that I wanted. Of course, I didn't have everything, and he was there. Everything I wanted, he was ready to provide them for me, right? He was ready to give it to me, except that I should give him what he wants, But then, and let me not go back to my next point. So that was it. That was a very good reason, right? Yes, you need money, you have it. You need this, you have it. But listen to me, after collecting all the money and then giving your body away, right? So what next? What next? You are spoiling somebody's marriage. You are tarnishing your own image because you don't know what will happen tomorrow. See me talking here now. If something would have happened, right? And then maybe the next 10 years, the next 15 years, something comes up. What am I going to do with my life? So listen to me. Whatever things you're doing, whatever money they are shoving at your face, it is not worth it, my baby girl. It is not worth it. The third thing he told me was he was in love with me. And that he really cares about me, even if he has a wife. Okay. How can you be in love with me when you have somebody that your whole life is meant to be spent with that person, and you have a child? Well, how can you just stand and You can stand in front of my face and tell me you love me, you care about me, and you are married. If you're not married, okay, at least I can accept that a little bit. But how can you even do that? So it was so funny to me. I mean, the next thing he told me is going to really shock you. He told me that I remind him of his wife. Okay, it's bad enough that you're telling me that you love me. It's bad enough that you're telling me that you want to take care of me. It's bad enough that you're telling me that you want to go to bed with me. But why tell me that I remind you of your wife? That is the most shady thing I have ever heard in my life. So he told me that I remind him of his wife, how that his wife is so neat, his wife is this, his wife is that, and it's exactly why he's attracted to me. Can you imagine that? So ladies, if you hear these kinds of lines, please run away. I beg you, run away. And the thing is, if you don't really know what you stand for, you're going to fall for anything. If you don't really know where you stand, you're going to want to stand everywhere. Because some things like that, all of these things, they actually look legit, right? They look good. And especially the first point when he told me that, okay, good girls like me end up not having steady relationships, not having good homes because of what we think. Yes, and he told me something again. He said that he know of some ladies that went into prostitution, right? They did everything they wanted to do in their life, had fun, had serious experiences sexually, and then they did everything. They got money and all of that. And when they decided to leave that business, they were not like church girls or anything. When they decided to leave that business, they got good husbands to marry. So, and then he was not comparing it to people like us, that you people that you be thinking, oh, you're church people, you come and be preaching to us and be like, you're not supposed to do this, do that. Then you will be the one to wait and you will not get good people to marry. That day, it was like a lecture from the outside world into my life. I sat down and I was thinking, is this true? Because I've actually heard stories like that, and it got me to just be thinking and thinking and thinking, and I came to a conclusion. And this is my conclusion. I know I did not do that. I didn't sleep with him. I sat down that day and I began to think about myself, about my whole life, about my ideologies, about what I stand for. And the thing is, it is very good to have standards. It is very good to have values. It is very good to know where you stand. It is very good to have morals, okay? If you are so true to yourself, if you are so true to what you stand for, nobody is going to tell you anything and you're going to fall for it. You are not going to fall cheaply for anything anybody says if you know where you stand. Knowing where you stand is knowing who you are standing for, and that is God. You must not be a everyday churchgoer. You must not be a very spiritual lady to be who I'm talking about. No, you can just be a regular girl that loves God, that does not want to give herself away, and that is okay. Okay, that is fine. But know where you stand and know who you stand for, and all of these things will not matter. They will not matter. Whatever it is that anybody can give to you, whatever it is any man can give to you, it is not worth it. I've done a video about this, and I know I'm going to keep doing videos like this because I'm addressing my audience. My audience, they love this kind of video. I'm going to keep doing it. So please have a stand, know where you stand, and nobody is going to tell you anything that will move you. Okay, you're like an unshakable rock. You're not going to be moved if you have standards. So this is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so very much for listening to me and for getting one or two things from this video. If you have any other comments, about good girls not having good men to marry, about people in church that have stayed in church for like 10, 20, 30 years and still not have husbands, if you have any story, please leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this ideology. I love you so much. Whatever any man is going to give to you, especially married men, for you to sleep with them, it is not worth it. This is my last statement for you. I love you so much, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'm going to say